For this project, we split up responsibilities for both the performance and presentation. Our character was Demetrius, who throughout the story displays his insensitive and fickle attitude.
In the beginning of the story, Demetrius is madly in love with Hermia and very insensitive towards Helena, inconsiderate towards Helena, and compassionate for Hermia. Further on in the play, Demetrius evolves from being inconsiderate to just plain rude. He presents his aversion and ill-mannered attitude towards Helena, not just because he loves Hermia, but simply for the fact that he just finds Helena straight up annoying. And finally, towards the end of the play, Demetrius ends up falling madly in love with Helena because of the love juice and makes himself look like an idiot in the process, claiming that his heart belonged to her all along.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, and the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am, and woed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
Helena told Demetrius that Hermia and Lysander plan to run away through the woods. Demetrius decides to go find them, but Helena follows him into the forest. Demetrius insists that he loves Hermia and just wants Helena to leave.
I do not love you, so leave me alone. I am looking for Lysander and Hermia. Lysander because I'm going to kill him, and Hermia because it is killing me that I am not with her right now. And now here I am in the woods where they were supposed to be, but they aren't. I'm already angry that I can't be with Hermia, and now I'm stuck with you. So I will tell you once more to go away. Demetrius wants to find Lysander and Hermia in the woods, and also wants Helena to leave him alone and stop following him. Demetrius thinks that it is useless for Helena to pursue him because his heart belongs to Hermia.
Demetrius is feeling frustrated that Hermia isn't in love with him and ran away from their town to be with Lysander. He's also annoyed that Helena won't leave him alone.
Demetrius is reacting to being lured into the woods by Helena where he thought Hermia and Lysander would be at. Demetrius wants to evoke discouragement from Helena.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, and the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I, and woed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more. He's very selfish and wants things to go his way as he exaggerates many I's and me's.
Demetrius uses a reluctant tone to go along with disappointment and devotion. This is consistent with his subtext because he is consistently portrayed as being ill-mannered. He presents a reluctant tone to show his devotion towards Hermia. We believe Demetrius would turn away from Helena when he speaks and present a facial expression of scorn, then begin to scan the area, grasp his hands, and gesture towards himself, then Hermia, then himself again, look down in disappointment, and shoo her away. This is consistent with Demetrius's subtext because he is a jerk.
He would be wearing more formal attire and jewels to show how he is rich, being one of the reasons Hermia's father wants her to marry him, to impress Hermia. This includes yellow, the color of disappointment.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of the night and the ill counsel of a desert place, with the rich worth of your virginity.
This is when Demetrius went to follow Hermia into the woods, and Helena came after Demetrius. Helena confesses all her love for him, and he turns her down and tells her to go home.
You're risking your reputation by leaving the city and stalking me. I don't love you. Being alone in the woods in the middle of the night isn't the best way to keep your virginity.
Demetrius wants Helena to leave him alone because he does not reciprocate the feelings that she has for him.
Demetrius thinks that it is foolish of Helena to continue chasing him because he loves Hermia.
Demetrius is feeling annoyed by Helena because she won't leave him alone, but also sympathetic by telling her to go home to be safe.
Demetrius is reacting to Helena following him into the woods and not leaving him alone.
Demetrius is trying to get Helena to stop following him. You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity. Demetrius says this to continue his attitude of an upset tone with Helena throughout the beginning of the book.
Demetrius uses a vigorous and hateful tone when speaking to Helena. This is consistent with his subtext because at this point in the story he is still in love with Hermia. Demetrius would point towards Helena, then the direction of the city, then himself, and with a sympathetic face, reference towards Helena and the dark night around him.
Demetrius is wearing a leather jacket and ripped up jeans, which shows his aversion and ill mannered attitude. This shows his tough, rough attitude towards Helena.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest wise sojourned, and now to Helena is it home returned, there to remain.
In this verse, Demetrius tells Lysander that he is no longer interested in Hermia and his heart now belongs to Helena, and it is to stay there. This change of heart was a result of Puck manipulating him with love juice.
Lysander, you can keep Hermia, I don't want her. If I ever loved her, all that love is gone now. My love for her was temporary, now I'll love Helena forever.
Demetrius wants to convince Lysander that he no longer loves Hermia and that he wants Helena.
Demetrius thinks of his future with Helena and that his love for Hermia was only temporary. Demetrius feels like he is in love with Helena and no longer interested in Hermia. Demetrius is reacting to the effects of the love juice and the fight with Lysander over Helena.
Demetrius wants Lysander to keep Hermia for himself.
Demetrius feels love towards Helena but is also angry with Lysander for trying to steal her. Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest wise sojourned, and now to Helena is at home returned, there to remain. These words are stressed in order to emphasize that his love for Hermia was temporary and that his heart now belongs to Helena. Demetrius would be looking at Lysander while pointing at Hermia, shaking his hands to suggest no, holding his hands to his heart, then pointing to Helena. Demetrius would be wearing trashy and drab clothes to symbolize his change of heart from Hermia to Helena. He goes from wearing formal attire and jewelry to ripped up and smelly sweats. Throughout the story, Demetrius' subtext constantly changes. He goes from insensitive to inconsiderate and finally to compassionate. These subtext changes are important to his character because they go hand in hand with his opinion on Helena. He disappoints Helena and the audience for the most of the story when he was being a jerk. But in the end, we were all delighted to see him fall in love with the girl that he hated so much. If Puck had never poured the love juice on him, then he would have never fallen in love with Helena. Therefore, deeming his character useless, Demetrius and his changing subtext teaches us so many different life lessons depending on the way you interpret his experience. From examining Demetrius, we learn that a person's opinion on something may completely change due to unforeseen circumstances, for better or worse. So basically, don't completely count someone out. This is exemplified through his change of heart throughout the story. He goes from not caring about Helena to being infatuated with her. Personally, I think that Demetrius's subtext teaches us to treat others as you would have them treat you, because you never know when you will meet someone special to you.